Good morning, students. Students, today in the English class I am going to teach you one very important chapter of grammar, that is all about tenses. Okay? You have learnt the tenses a little bit, I think, but this is very important chapter. You need to learn it properly. Okay? Not a little bit. You have to learn this chapter. That means you have to learn this topic very carefully, attentively. Otherwise, you cannot do well in English. Okay? You cannot write properly a sentence. You cannot make any sentence. Okay? And you cannot understand the topic as well if you don't know what is tense and what are the tense, when they are used. So this is very important topic. Just listen carefully, try to understand. Okay? If there is any problem, you must ask me. Okay? Tenses. What is tenses? Tenses means time of an action or work. We do so many actions, we do so many work, but that has some specific time, and as per the time we just determine tenses. Okay? Now, if the incident happened in the past, all the tenses will be past tense. If the incident or work happens in the present, okay, that will be present tense, and the incident has not yet completed, not yet started, work not yet started, going to be started, those will be future tense. Okay? Three tenses are there: past, present, future. Okay? Past has four divisions. What are those? Simple, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. That means simple past, past continuous, past perfect and past perfect continuous. Okay? Present also has four divisions. What? Simple present, simple continuous, present continuous, present perfect continuous. Future has the same division: simple future, future continuous, future perfect continuous. Okay? Now coming to the simple present. When do we use simple present? To denote the action which happens now. Okay? And for the habitual action, habitual means we do daily in a habit basis. Okay? Habitual basis we do any activity, and universal too. That means that we cannot change. One incident, one word that we cannot change. We don't have any hand in that. We don't have power to change that incident. Those are also in simple present. Okay? Simple present structure, that means how can we make the sentence in simple present tense? Simple present tense. First there will be subject. Always in any sentence, first there must be subject. Okay? Then V1, that means we know the three forms of verbs: first, second, third. So here in this tense we must use the first form of the verb. Okay? And if the subject is third person singular number, we must add s or es to the verb. Okay? If the subject is third person, you know third person, I will first person, you second person, and all the rest are third person. If the subject is third person singular number, then we must add s, es to the verb. S or es. When s, if the word, that means the action word, if the action word ends with consonant letter, so we must add s, and if the verb letter, that means if the action word ends with vowel, we must add es to the verb. Okay? Here one example given: he cooks good food. He is third person and he is singular number. That's why what should we do? Cook is the verb and last letter is consonant k, so we must use s to the verb. So there will be cooks, not cook. I cook, we cook, you cook, they cook, because these are first person, second person, and third person plural. But when we use the subject third person singular number, then verb will have s or s. Okay, he is the subject, third person singular number, so it will take s to the verb. That means cook will be cooks. Okay, he cooks good food. Another example I am giving. The boy runs machine. Okay, and another example, the teacher teaches us English. Okay, so these are the simple present. Now, what is the difference between simple present and simple past? Simple past means the action which already happened in the past. Okay, at a point of past, the action happened, what done, so that will be in simple past. Structure: subject, V2, object. We know the second form of verb, we know the first form, second form, third form. These are the three forms that, like play, played, played, go, went, gone, do, did, done, run, ran, run. So these are the three forms of verbs. You learned so many verbs in previous classes. Okay, and these classes also you have learned three forms of verbs. So here second form of the verb will be used after subject. Okay, after any subject, maybe first person, maybe second person, maybe third person, any subject, any number, just V2 will be used and object will come after verb always. Okay, here already one example given. They ran a race. They, third person plural number, and the verb run has become the second form. Run is the first form and the second form ran. Here I use ran because this will be second form. Okay, here you can see this is the second form of verb. Okay, this is the first form of the verb. You can see. Now, simple future. When should we use simple future? The action has not yet done. It is going to start. Any work is going to start. Any action is going to start. Not yet started, and that will start in future. So it will be in future tense. That is simple future. And the structure will be subject, shall or will. Then V1, object. When should we use shall? We shall use shall after I and we. After the subjects I and we must use shall. Otherwise, in all cases, we must use will. Okay? So shall or will should be used as per the subject. Then there will be first form always. So remember one thing. After shall or will, there must be always V1. No SES, no ING, no second form. Always there should be first form of the verb. Okay? And without adding SES, without adding ING. And there will be no second form, no third form. Only first form will come after shall and will. Okay? So subject, shall, will, V1, object. And one example given. I shall buy a scooty. That means I have not yet bought. I have not yet bought it. So here I shall buy. That means in future, not now. After some time or in coming time, I will buy a scooty. Okay. Now present continuous. Here simple present, simple past, simple future. Differences you can identify. Now coming to what? Present continuous. Continuous means running, non-stop. Continuous meaning running without stopping. Okay. So when there is present continuous, that means action is running now. When there is past continuous, that means action was running then. Okay. Any action was running in the past, that will be past continuous. Any action or work running at present, that will be present continuous. What is the difference of formation? Present continuous, subject am, is, are, anyone. That means be verb first form am or is or any are as per the subject. Okay. then V1 ing object. Example given, boys. Boys, third person singular number, so we cannot use am. Am is always used with I. Okay, I am. After I, always use am. But after he, we cannot use am. We must use is. And after they, we must use what? Are. So they are or boys are. Okay, boys are. Then V1 and ing. V1 is play. V1 is play. V2 played. V3 played. V1 play. This ing playing. So boys are playing carom. Boys are playing carom. That means an activity going on at present. That means the playing is going on now. We are now playing. That's why boys are playing. So subject, then am is are anyone of am is are, then V1 I have given play, then ing, then playing, then object carom. So boys are playing carom. This is present continuous. And past continuous and present continuous, just simple difference. Here I have written am is are, just in case instead of am is are, there will be was or were. And the rest is same. V1 ing is here, V1 ing is here, object is here, object is here, subject here, subject. Just the change is that in present continuous we use am is are, in past continuous we must use was or were. If the subject is singular, then was. If the subject is plural, then were. Okay? I have given one example. The man was telling a story. Subject the man. Then after the man one person, singular, that means singular subject, we cannot use were. For singular we use was. For plural we use what? Were. So the man was telling. Tell is the verb. Then ing should be added because V1 ing is in the formation. So the man was telling. What object is that? A story. Okay. Just you need to remember the structures. When there will be past continuous, the structure should be remembered. When present continuous, structure should be remembered. So up to here, I think you have understood. If you have any problem, you can tell me. Okay. Now present perfect. What is present perfect tense? Present perfect tense denotes or expresses an action which has completed now, started long ago, started in the past but completed now. Okay, the action started in the past but completed just now or now. So in that case we must use present perfect tense. Okay, structure is what? Subject, has or have, anyone as per the subject. Okay, then V3 must be there, that means third form of the verb. Okay, that means past participle form of verb. Then object. Okay, here I have given an example. Subject is we. So after we must use what? Have, not has. Has used after third person singular number. He has, she has, the man has, cow has. But we have, they have, you have. Okay? Subject, we. Then after that we must use have because we have the option has or have. Then V3. V is, that means verb is do, and the third form is what? Done. Second form did. Do, first form, did, second form, done, third form. So after have we must use third form of verb. So here do, did, done, third form given, we have done. Then object, a good job. We have done a good job. Here this is in present perfect tense. The job started earlier, started in the past, now it is completed. That's why we have used what? Present perfect tense. That means subject, have, has, V3, object. Okay, next. Past perfect. So here is present perfect, here is past perfect. Just the change is here. Here have or has, here only had, and all the rest is said. You can see subject, object, V3. Just in present we use has and have, and the past tense of has, have is what? Had. So as because this is past perfect, not present perfect, we must not use have or has. We need to use what? Had. For any subject. For any subject. Subject may be singular, maybe plural, maybe first person, maybe second person, maybe third person. For all the cases, it must be had. Okay? He had died 4 years ago. He had died 4 years. That means this tense expresses an action. That means the work was completed long ago. The work was completed long ago. The incident happened long ago. Okay? And it was completed then. So for that we use past perfect tense. There is another situation, but you don't need to learn that situation. Okay? And I am telling that when two actions in the past happened and one action completed before the other, for the first action we must use past perfect tense. Okay? So no need to learn at the moment. Just you learn that past perfect tense is used for the completed action in the long past. Okay? He had died 4 years ago. 4 years, a long time. Okay? He died 4 years ago. That's why we used had, not died. If I say he died 4 years ago, that means we have just tried to express the meaning, but as per rule, as per tense, we are wrong. We need to use had because 4 years is a long time. 4 years ago he died. That's why had should be used. Okay. Now, present perfect continuous tense. Present perfect continuous. Perfect means complete. Continuous means running. Okay. Now, this is the combination of two tenses. Present perfect tense and present continuous tense. Continuous means running. That means ing is added with the verb. And perfect means completed. That means after subject we must use has or have. So here you can see the structure. Subject, has been, have been. Then V1 ing. For continuous tense, what do we use? For continuous tense we use subject, then be verb. Be verb means am is a. Okay? And be verb means also been. Be verb means also being. So subject, be verb, then main verb ing. So this is the structure of what? Continuous tense. Now perfect tense has, in perfect tense we use has or have, and then V3. Here you can see V3 is here. Been. Third form of be verb is been. First form of be verb is what? Am is are. Second form of be verb was were. Third form of be verb been. Here third form has been used. Okay. So has or have used for perfect tense. Here used. And for perfect tense we use third form of verb. Here been used. And in continuous tense we use V1 ing. Here you can see V1 ing. So this is the combination of two tense. Present perfect tense and present continuous tense. So here you can see present perfect continuous tense. So when do we use present perfect continuous tense? An incident started long ago and still now it is running. It has not yet completed. Okay? So till now it is running. That means an action or work started long ago, still now it is running. Then there will be present perfect continuous tense. Okay? Here one example given. We have been learning tenses. We have been learning tenses from, that means since class 3. One important thing you must remember, in this tense we use after object since or for. These are the two prepositions. Among these two prepositions we must select one, since or for. Then time is used. Okay, so in this sentence time is compulsory. and before that time since or for is used. When to use since, when to use for, that is very important. Okay, when there is past particular point of time, then we must use since, and when there is the period of time, that is long time, then we must use for. Suppose 7 years, for 5 months, for 7 weeks, for 1 week, for 1 hour, for, because we don't know the particular time when that action started, just given period. Okay, but when we indicate a particular point of time, that means morning is a time, particular time, that means 7 o'clock 1941, that is a particular year. Okay, January is particular month. So when there will be particular past time, that is specific time of past, when there will be specific time of past, we must use since before that time. Here you can see class 3 is a particular time. Okay, you are in class 3 in a particular time, so here you will be since. Or if I wrote 7 o'clock in the morning today, then there must be since. We have been learning tenses from 7 o'clock this morning. You cannot say, because 7 o'clock this morning and we have started from that time. Now also continuing, you must use since, not from. Okay, and you cannot use also for. Particular period, particular point of time is given. Okay, we have been learning tenses since class 3, or we have been learning tenses since 8 o'clock in the morning today. Now future continuous tense. Continuous means running, future means not present time. That means the time which is coming. So future continuous means any action which will be running in future, which will be going on in future. So for that we must use future continuous tense. Structure is shall be or will be V1 ing. Here example given, you can see I shall be reading a novel. I shall be reading, that means the action of reading will be continued in future. Okay, I shall be reading a novel in the evening tomorrow, not now. Tomorrow in the evening hours, the action of reading will be continued, will be running. That's why this tense will be used. So there will be shall be or will be. After I, you must use shall, and be will be added. So I shall be. Then V1 ing is here. V1 is read. Then I have added ing, reading. Then object will come, novel. Then the remaining parts, whatever there, that will be there. Okay. Now future perfect. Perfect means completed action, and future means the coming time, not yet started. So future perfect tense is used when in future one action will be completed within a time. Okay. Here structure you can see subject shall have or will have, then V3, then object. Perfect means always V3, and perfect means has or have must be there. Any perfect, maybe present perfect, maybe past perfect, maybe future perfect. Has or have must be used. Okay, and V3 must be used. Just remember this. So shall have, will have, V3 object. Example given, he will have done. He will have done means he will have completed this before you come here. So before your coming here, he will complete his action. Okay, so here you can see future perfect tense. So I think these 10 tenses are commonly used in English. Okay, and there are 2 tenses remaining, that means past perfect continuous and future perfect continuous. These tenses are rarely used in English. Most commonly these 10 tenses are used. That's why I have discussed 10 tenses which are not used, rarely used. We need not learn now, we can learn it in later classes. Okay, just if you can learn and understand these 10 tenses, that will do a lot of help for you when you are writing something, when you are reading something, when you are understanding something. So students, remember, these are very very important chapter of grammar. You should learn all these tenses well. Structure should be remembered and the situation should be remembered. Okay, I think you have understood all the tenses I have discussed today, and you can take the help from grammar book as well. You can take the help from net as well, and you can take the help of your seniors, of your elders, of your parents. But this is very important lesson. You must understand this lesson anyhow. Otherwise, you cannot do better in English. Okay? So I think this is much for today. Bye bye all of you. Have a great day.